What is up, everyone? My name is Volathis, and we're back on Just Building with Minecraft. Now, I know I haven't done this series in a while. Unfortunately, Wolflord hasn't really been able to join me. He's been having computer issues, and he simply just can't play Minecraft with me. Now, there wasn't much to what I just showed you, but that was part of the bridge that we've been working on, and pretty sure at one episode I stated that I wanted the bridge to connect to the castle at some point, and that horrible design there was the stairway up to the bridge from the castle. And you're probably wondering why it's a little messy. A few reasons to go with that is the reason one, the castle, as I've said before, is a little off-center, so that in turn kind of ruined the stairs from the get-go. And on top of that, the fences are a lot higher, because I imagine that if people were to play on this map or anything like that, I didn't want them jumping off the stairs and falling them to their death. So I tested several times, and I'm hoping that the weird design that I did is what causes the bridge to, or the stairway, so you don't fall off it. But there's still a little bit more work to do on the castle. It's just there's a structure I want to build on it, but that's going to go into later. Let's talk about the main part of this episode. As you can tell by the title, it's Colosseum frame. Yes, I didn't really finish this. I have basically made the skeleton of it, and it took a while to put together, and so let's jump into that. As you can tell, for the most part, the Colosseum is an extension of the guard tower. It's made out of stone brick and stone brick stairs, mostly upside down, and I wanted to build this, and I know for the most part I've been trying to go Middle Ages and more on the side of, what's the word I'm looking for, European Middle Ages kind of style. And probably some of you are going, then why did you choose a Colosseum? That's mostly, Roman and Greek history. Obviously, there was a concept behind it. Like I said before in a previous episode, the idea of this Colosseum is it serves two purposes. The first purpose is to make sure that the mages from the Mage Tower have a place to practice, and they can come here with permission, kind of like any public area, you have to rent it out or schedule ahead of time, and they can practice their magic here without worrying about zapping someone or the occasional fireball hitting someone in the face, stuff like that. And the second one is kind of the gladiator theme, which is typically from Roman history. This is more the dark side, I guess you could say, of this kingdom, is that the prisoners that are pretty much going to be executed occasionally could have a fight to the death. Maybe a bunch of them, maybe just 1v1, winner gets to live the rest of his days in prison. This Colosseum isn't meant to make people get out of prison. If you're going to the Colosseum, it means you're probably on death row, and you're either going to die now or you get to live the rest of your life in prison. That's in a way still kind of positive. It's not much positive, but that was the main concept. And this is a huge, a tall structure. You're going to see by the end of the video how much room this is taking up. It's giving me a lot of build room, a lot of options, and we're also going to talk about the ideas I have for the next episode, because I just finished the frame, and it's just the outside frame. I haven't finished any of the inside. There's still a lot of building to be done, but I'm going to talk a little bit ahead, because at this part of the video I may or may not be building the pillars. Now, when I started making this frame, I'm not an engineer. I'm going to tell you guys now, I have not really taken any kind of engineering. I don't build houses or anything like that. I'm not good at structures. making sure that, if I were to build these things in real life, that they wouldn't topple. But I felt like after I'd made the frame, I felt like gravity would come back and just make this structure crumble. Without some kind of support, I probably didn't make it so structurally sound as it would be in real life. But I ended up making these 4 pillars that would go to the edge, and I felt like that would at least make it look a little bit better, make it look like maybe it wouldn't topple as easy and all that. I mean, typically structures, even probably less structural sound than me, they get updated, they get built or paved over and all that. But the pillars, very simple. They're going to be on the sides of the sidewalk, which I still need to finish. There's so many things to finish in this series. But at the edge of the sidewalk, all it is a 6-block square. So it's a 3x3. 3x3. So it's not 6. I'm terrible at math. This is what happens when you graduate from school and all that. You forget math. And I'm embarrassed to say that I forgot that. Anyways, back to the subject. The pillars are just... what did I use? I think it was polished andesite for the outside, just to make them look kind of smooth for the pillars. I may go back later and shape them up a little bit more, not just these straight pillars. I feel like they need something there. Probably a lot of the structures I'll go back and make it not so flat, but I put obsidian in the middle of the pillars just because I wanted it to make it sound like it was a Minecraft original. And as anyone knows, if you play vanilla, next to bedrock, obsidian is the hardest material you can make, or not make, use. You can make obsidian, but anyways. So the pillars were fairly simple, and all they did is went to the edge. Now, let's talk about some of the cons of building this. This was a very, I want to say, time-consuming project. All my projects are time-consuming, but I found the problem with this one is doing upside-down stairs without an actual initial frame. As we've seen in the video, I basically just went in a circle, and if you watch the video, if you're watching the video, you might notice, there's points where I just screw up plenty of times, and it's so hard to place those upside down stairs for me because there's no frame. I'm filling in the outside frame, and that really probably took a lot longer than it should have been, but that's just what I did. And other than that, the filling took quite a while. It was definitely a lot. I was so happy when I was getting towards the end of it, and I could tell because it was taking less and less time, obviously, building this. And so that's that. Now, what I like about it is made the tallest structure now, which I didn't think of that at the time. This will be the tallest structure in the entire city. Maybe I'll make another one taller. After looking at the end of the Colosseum, I might end up making it wider or taller. There's still a lot of options for me to do, and I like the frame at the start. It gives me a lot of room for the arena itself, which is probably going to be pretty small. It's not going to be a huge Colosseum. Some of the stairs, which originally are going to be for the guests, for the what is the word, visitors and all that, the tourists or whatever you want to call it, for that. There's going to be a lot of stairs, and when I finish building, there's a lot of things I want to do with this. Now, strangely enough, as discussed in Roman culture and all that, it's usually the is it emperor? I need a history reteach right now. Quick. But the ultimate person who would decide their fate with, a decision of his own. The deciding I'm actually going to leave up to the head guard, whether it be the head guard at the tower or head guard in general. He will be the one to decide, kind of like a jockey role. The jockey role, of course, jockey. I think I'm confusing. Referee. I am confusing words in this episode so bad. But the referee of saying whether it's a fair fight or not. The fight to the death obviously should be fair. No cheating or whatever. Although, if I were to make a Colosseum, I would already have those players set in a way that they can't cheat anyways, just because you don't have to worry about that. And the other one who would sit at the top as well would have to be, of course, the archmage from the mage tower to watch over the other mages and observe them for scoring purposes and all that. Or maybe they cast a spell that's going out of control. You need someone who's very well experienced in magic to make sure that doesn't go out of control. So this also could be where the even guards in general could practice, perhaps knights. There's a lot of things that this Colosseum could be used for, and that's what I'm looking forward to the most, is in the lore and all this, it's gonna have a lot of things you can do. Now, towards the end of the episode, I'm still deciding a lot of what I can do. Like I said, I could raise the Colosseum even higher, because I want to maintain that kind of bowl shape, but I feel like I've limited the area up into the Colosseum. But if I raise it, it might be able to make it bigger as well. I also have thought that on the bridge there'll be entrances to the top, or not the top, like halfway up to where the bleachers and all that are. So there's a lot of things I can do with this, and just stick around and there's going to be plenty more. We still have plenty of things to do. I'm not sure when Wolflord will be able to join us again. Unfortunately, just like I said, he's had computer problems. He just couldn't be a part of this, and that's also why I've been putting on delay, but I can only put it off on delay so long before I want to get back into it, because I still want to keep building. There's a lot of things to build. So that's about it for today's episode, and I think I actually hit the mental goal of time that I wanted to build, which is good. So we'll end the episode here. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment down below. Do you have any ideas for the Colosseum? Do you agree with my methodology here of reasons why I built the Colosseum? And also, I totally forgot, this structure is so big in the sky that down below in the market we can see that it is casting a shadow over the marketplace. That is crazy, and my mental memory just left me. So if you're new, please subscribe so you can stay updated with my channel. I try to remain active as I can. Some weeks I'm doing 2 videos a day. I usually hit almost a video a day. Weekends have been sketchy, blah blah blah. Other than that, I will see you in the next video, and as always, stay magical.